Hey guys, we just shot a video on Beaducation Live for Facebook, and we talked about scene stamping and we touched upon mandala stamping.
Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. You're gonna see all the employees here each did a scene stamp, and it's so fun to see everybody's take on it. But this is a perfect way to use all of your design stamps that you've been collecting. And I show how to plan out your scene or your mandala on some aluminum tape so that you have a plan before you work in your metal. Cool. So if you're watching this on YouTube, give us a thumbs up if you're digging it, and consider subscribing, and let's get into the video.
Check it out.
Look at all of those beautiful scenes.
Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. And I love the use of the volleyball as like a yarn ball.
I know.
That's brilliant.
So smart. And the color looks a little like brownish, but it's just because of reflection. But
that is exactly how I wanted to use that cat face stamp. She was just peering out there, you guys, because it's a full face, but why not use partial face?
I think she's admitting to the world that she is a crazy cat lady.
I love it.
And here's a crazy mermaid lady. This is Mel's. Isn't it cute? Look how she used the crystals in the water and in the sky.
And you guys, that's the clouds that could really be waves. I've been wanting to do that for a long time.
You nailed
because I do think they look like waves.
Look at that little whale. He's going over to party with the mermaid.
That's really, really cute too.
I forgot who this is. Angela. Okay, now Angela's brand new to stamping. Check her out. Is she a goddess or what?
That's awesome.
So you can see like this is like, oh, here we are, and then we hit the ocean, and then there's all these florals, and oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Here's another.
That's really pretty too.
Isn't
I love
that pretty?
And
there's so much space for nothing or a name or a saying.
Well, I know some of the staff members said, can we put words in there? Like they didn't know. And I was like, oh yeah, you could.
Yeah.
But I like that you could do it without, because it looks kind of looks serene. But it would be kind of pretty just to put like calm, keep calm,
yeah,
or something in there, right?
Freedom or something.
Yeah.
That was Danelle, and she also did this one. Curiosity really Blank the cat.
I love it.
She's funny. That cat is
not
doing a good idea there. And that's the new 4mm tattoo and the 2mm. Okay, here's Laura. She got all psychedelic on us. Oh. She got a fish on a motorcycle heading towards the ocean.
That's really cute.
But I love how she did these like perspective, like it looks deep, farther away, the way she did the road.
That's really cute. You got the lake on one side and the mountains on the other.
Do mermaids go in lakes or just oceans?
I think both. Yes, even ponds. Yes, fish bowls. They're big enough. Yes, like Daryl Hannah in the bathtub.
Okay, this one is Claudita.
That's pretty.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah, I love that.
Does it make you want to go outside at night? Well, no, not if it's snowing.
No, it also makes me want to bling it out with a little bit of clear crystals too.
Yes, right in the middle of that snowflake would be good.
Yes.
Here's another one, another psychedelic one. Laura was getting crazy. But look how cute! Look how cute that is with the flowers on the stem like that.
Oh, I like that a lot. I do.
All right, now this is Sophia, who has never ever stamped before, and now she's hooked. And look at Angela's little bird feeder. I think, right?
I think it is a bird feeder. I love that.
So cute. She too is new to stamping and hooked. Okay, last but not least, this one's
Lynn said Sophia did an amazing job. I agree.
Let's wait till the questions come in on this one. Don't say it, Mel.
Oh, don't say anything? Okay.
What do you guys think? So I used a bunch of trees and leaves and stuff to make it look like grass. So this is the blank that we used for all these beauties. And I wanted to show you guys, we're not going to do like some major stamping, but I do want to talk about the aluminum tape that we've mentioned before. You can get this at any hardware store, or we will be selling it. The stuff we sell is not any more special than what you can get at the store. It's just 4 inches wide, which is pretty expensive to buy by the roll. So we're just selling it as a courtesy, right? It's not going to be very expensive. So I just wanted to show how you can use this to plan out what you're going to make so that you don't, do it in the metal and then be like, oh, I didn't want that there and it didn't fit. And then you got to chuck this and start over. Go ahead and do it on here. You can also do it on cardstock. But all I do is draw whatever shape I'm working on. So I have a template like that. And what should we do, Mel? I've got some trees. Let's do a tree. So the only thing I want to point out is you don't want to do this on your bench block. About this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because essentially this is so thin that you're going to be stamping this right onto your bench block, which will hurt your stamps. So we're working on a wooden table here. It's just covered with this gray plastic. You can work on, I was doing this at home recently and I was working on like a cutting board, but just something soft that's not going to hurt your stamp. So I'm just going to place it there, and I'm actually going to use my plastic mallet because you can almost just press it in, but I'm just going to like tap, like I barely hit it, and it impresses it in, so you can really see it. So you mean like do like this?
Yeah.
Now, even if I was working on the circle, my stamp, this part of my stamp right here would have just hung off the edge. So I still would have gotten that effect. Is that what you were thinking?
Yes, that's exactly it. I want to see how it would look like. Would I want to do it like that? Like, this is a good way to find out.
Yeah, like a bunch of them together. Now, I'm going to take our curve here. I think I'm going to build a little
mountain.
Yeah, like just a little hill so that the next one can be even higher.
Oh, I like that idea a lot. Yes, it's not floating in the air.
Which also looks fine. I mean, we have a bunch like that, like on this one. There's no, it looks, perspective is cool.
Oh, that's true. Now, some folks are saying that they actually just hold them and tilt them to get it all. They don't even hit them, or they put something soft underneath it, like a notebook.
You can do that. My hand is totally hiding it, but I mean, if I went, yeah, so that one I just pressed it. You just make that noise. So maybe I want to put a little sun coming up from the corner here.
Oh, I love that. I never thought of using that one that way. I like that.
Yeah, I used that on my little Jeep sample.
Just with vintage sunrise, huh? Yeah. That's so cute.
And I put a circle in it, so it even looked more like a sun.
That's really cute.
And then you can plan out your letters from here. Let's see, we should probably not put a moon because that's...
Ginger was asking, with our stamps, could you use them as, could you dip them in ink and use them as like a rubber stamp?
I've heard people talk about that. I don't know enough about ink to know if it would injure your stamps. I don't see why it would.
I don't either. It's kind of a neat
I just want to point that out because some mountains.
That's cute. You could even do those all the way across, really.
Yeah, I'm going to put one of the bigger mountains and then go back to that mountain. Where did the bigger mountain go? No, that's not it. Oh, here it is. Can you guys see this okay? Let's build a bigger, tall mountain here. So you can just go crazy from there or be like, ooh, I hate what I did there. That was not a good idea. I grabbed a bunch of stamps here. These are the ones that I like to use a lot for like the nature stuff. And this is for Mandala, which I'm going to show you. The florals, we have so many. And it's just so darn fun. Even if you just wanted to see how something looks without drawing your shape, like maybe I wanted to see what I could do with this stem here. Because I always struggle with, like, when we built this stem, you can see we left an opening at the top for a flower and an opening at the bottom. And you can do it either way. I'm going to flip it upside down. See the difference there? Now that bottom guy goes up.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of play with which flowers, this is the echinacea, sit well on it. And how far you need to like overlap with the stem to make sure that it looks
awesome,
connected,
I love it.
And the crazy thing is you can even like blacken it.
Oh, I never really thought about that.
That's just Sharpie and Pro Polish Pad. I did a whole huge mandala on one of these. You just have to hold it different. And framed it. And it looked great. I can obviously do a little more
polishing. Yeah, but that is cool.
Does that look good?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
So if you wanted to play around with that kilt, and then there's it flipped the other way. And on this little guy right there, we might throw a little flower. I just wanted to show how much fun this is to also use to plan out your mandala stamping. So let's say I wanted to start with this little arch here. You can go ahead and use our circle divider template. If you go to our helpful charts and guides, you can download that and add guidelines, like divide it up like a pie, which is super helpful. I oftentimes just fake it because it's really fun.
Yeah, totally. And it doesn't really matter if you mess up a little bit.
Yeah, I just want to see how they all line up.
I gotta ask you something. So this is tape, like it's peelable and it's actually a tape on the back?
Yep.
I just came up with the most brilliant idea. Are you guys ready for this?
Stickers?
Yes, but you could do that, stamp everyone's name in it, cut them out, and you could have little plate labels for Thanksgiving or dinner parties. So you could put the person's name and you could put it on a little card and everybody would be able to take that. That'd be
super cute. I was thinking you were going to like label your kids like lunchbox, which would totally work.
That would totally work
Just
too.
a word of warning, this is some serious tape. Like once it's on, it is on. I thought it looked kind of cool right in that groove there.
That was awesome.
So this is just to play, obviously. I'm not being super particular about placement. So that's kind of fun. This forms like a little floral thing in the middle. Do you see that?
That's pretty. Totally.
And then we can continue on if you wanted to get crazy. So on this one, the next stamp I wanted to use, I noticed was kind of big. So you notice I skipped every other little.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, you can go nuts from here, fill in, keep going, but it's just so fun. And if you love what you made, like darken it or not and cut it out and you have a sticker.